Welcome to Heart in a Fight. My name is Daniel. This is my co-host, Omar. Thank you for tuning in. If you checked out our last live, we did a press conference where we invited Pound for Pound in the West Coast branches where we can highlight their bouts, but also speak to the fighters. So tell them what fighters we had on the show.
Well, Daniel, from Pound for Pound, we had the lightweight champion in the female division, Deuce. And in the heavyweight division, we had the newcomer in OGC versus the well-established and well-known, the Big Bull. And we also had Breon versus King Mafia. And on the West Coast branch, we had the first female fighter in the West Coast, Kickbox Girl, along with Wero and Mr. Silas in the light heavyweight division. And then also in the light heavyweight division, we had the much anticipated bout between 619 and $1 Million Hands.
Now, the fights are over. The event already passed. So we figured we can bring some of them back on to reflect on their fight and their wins, and then to tell us a little bit about what their future holds. So with that, let's bring on the guests.
So we heard the story, right, that Daniel just laid out, and Wero confirming it here, that you, in fact, are the one who called him out, and along with everybody else. Was there something that you seen in Wero's first performance, or that you already knew going in, that made you want to call him out?
Personally, I just like to test myself, and due to the simple fact that he won in the time frame he did, I was like, yeah, I'll take a crack at it. You know what I mean? It's going to test myself. I'm going to improve myself. You know what I mean? I felt like, you know what I mean? I just wanted to call out who I felt were going to help me work. You know what I'm saying? That's going to make me challenge myself. It ain't going to be nothing easy, you know. For both of us, I feel like I want to fight all the big dogs. You know what I'm saying? Nobody easy.
Our next guest is none other than Mr. Silas, coming off his victory win over Wero. Welcome to the show again, Mr. Silas. How you doing?
I'm really good. I'm excited. Really happy.
Yeah, I mean, we are excited about the results. I mean, be truthfully, right? A lot of folks didn't have you winning.
Yeah, nah.
And so even at the press conference, like Wero was talking that he was going to knock you out. You weren't going to be able to last more than 7 seconds.
Yeah,
so what were your thoughts as he was telling you how he was going to lay out the game plan? What were your thoughts going into it?
I mean, honestly, I was just thinking what I said, you know, in the interview, pretty much like, I'm not going to just sit there and brawl with you. I'm going to move around. I'm going to pick my shots, throw certain shots, whatever's open, and keep him, you know, off his game pretty much, you know. So that's what I was thinking before the fight. Like,
were you confident that you're going to be able to evade a lot of his power punching? Like,
honestly,
obviously,
yes.
You can't the game plan, but it's like, how confident were you that you were going to be able to miss all that?
Honestly, I'm a counter fighter, so personally, I just knew I have very good head movement, like very good head movement. Like, regardless of who I'm boxing, you know, I could move my head. I know how to parry shots, like. So I was confident that I was going to be quicker than him, and still be able to, you know, apply pressure to be respected, you know.
Yeah, so when you got there, so the day of, right, you get there.
Mm-hmm.
I see that they were doing the weigh-ins. Did you two end up fighting in the ring or in the kind of the square outdoor space with the hay bales on the ends?
Honestly, I showed up pretty late, and that's because a ride issue. I was supposed to be there, but I ended up showing up late. And when I got there, they was telling me pretty much we could either fight in the boxer ring or in the little hay area. And they was pretty much saying that me and him had to decide, you know. And I was like, all right. So we didn't fight till like after our break. We had they did a couple fights, and then they had a break. And after that, we were like the second fight after that. And pretty much I just went up and asked him. He already said before like our fight, the break, like he was like, he don't matter which one. But he was like, he think that they want us to fight in the boxing ring. And I'm like, all right, cool. So then I waited it out. And when it was time for us to get in there, I went up to him. Me and Alex went up to him. He was all like, would you mind, like, which one would you rather fight in? And he was like, it don't matter, you know, pick one. And I said, all right, I picked a haystack here, you know. And he laughed. And he was all like, I figured you was going to pick that. And he was like, just don't. Yeah, and I was like, yeah, I had to, but he was like, just don't have me chase you. And I was like, all right, I respect that. And I was like, I won't. And granted, he didn't. And due to the fact that I didn't, I did get hit with a few good ones. It was really cool. Honestly, it was really cool.
Well, how did his power feel like? I mean, you say you got hit by a couple of them. How did it feel like?
For me, it was a wake up call. Every time I got hit, it was just like react. You got to react. You got to know what to do, because if not, like it'll really like. I felt like it was enough to like it gave me a headache afterwards. After the fight, I had a headache for like a couple hours. I had to sleep it off, but yeah, he gave me a headache. You know what I'm saying? He was hitting me with enough power to make me respect him, like to not just go in there like doing anything and thinking I was just gonna win. I had to really like fight that man. Like,
I definitely want to go. I wanted to touch a little bit more on the fight, but before we go deeper into the actual fight and things and how it played out, I wanted to ask you a question leading up to the fight, right? Like, so you get there, we hear that you get there a little bit late. We see that you're a chill dude, like you're always smiling, seems like you're always having a good time. Yeah. What was your energy like once you got there? You see Wero probably without a t-shirt on, tatted up. He's a beast, man. Were you like chill like this, smiling, or the house? Okay, so you're having a good time, like there's no fear in your heart.
No, not at all. I was actually happy to see him. When I saw it, I was like, hey, you know what I'm saying? We made it, it's gonna happen. Like I was more so happy to see him again. It was none but love. We shook hands. He told us we had to move our car, because they wanted us to park a certain way. So we ended up doing that. Then, like I said, before the fight, we was next to each other through a lot of the fights. You know what I mean? Like we was kicking it. You know what I'm saying? We chop it up a little bit. He'd disappear, do his own thing. I was going around taking pictures, chopping up with different fighters in there. Just really having a good time. Like, and
is this typically how you are before a fight?
Before we had to even fight, like we watched like a couple fights and he disappeared, and then it was our fight, and then we went and found him, and yeah, that's how it went.
Got it. So let me ask you a follow-up question. Is this typically how you are before fights? Like, are you really chill, like relaxed? Not because we see some folks are like pacing back and forth, like they're ready to get into a war, but not Mr. Silas. Mr. Silas is usually pretty laid back.
Yeah. I'm gonna be pretty chill about it. Only way you're gonna see the different side is once I get in the ring. Like, you know what I mean? That's when it's just like, oh, this is who I'm fighting, not the smiling, chill, laid back guy. Nah, you find a totally different person when you get in the ring. Like,
how do you find that switch? Like, where do you go from being super chill to then like, being this killer?
Okay, well, like I said, I have a lot of built up energy, and I use fighting to channel like my aggression and all the little past, obstacles, you know what I mean? And one of the biggest ones was losing my father, you know what I mean? So, it's easy for me to just think about that, and it set something off in my head to where it's just like, let's go now. Like, I'm ready. Like, I look very, really mean, like extremely mean. Like, and I don't say nothing. I just look very aggressive. I look straight at who I'm fighting, and I don't look away at all. Like, it's just like, I'm coming for you. Like, instantly. As soon as we, ding, 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 I'm right there, ready for it.
Does it make it difficult to fight someone you like, someone you know? And it's not like y'all had like a really long like friendship, but it seemed like it built over time where it was like y'all were talking every day. So is it really difficult to make that transition to fight someone you like?
I mean, honestly, no, only just because I spar a lot of my friends, and we have where it'll start off light and then it'll build up to a tense box, but we'll never like, we get hit with a good shot, we'll never get mad. We'll never be like, oh, take the gloves off, fight me. It's always like you get hit. It's like, oh, okay, you good. Like, I see you. And then it's just like, no tension. It's just we keep going. Like, we match intensities. Like, so for me, that's how I take it. Like, if we start off slow and it's all, cool, then that's how I will. But like over time, like I said, I get better. And when we're getting more aggressive, I'm getting aggressive and improving like as it go on.
Does it serve as an advantage to have a brother, a bigger brother who's like a heavyweight for you? I don't know if y'all train together, but I would imagine like he fights in street beefs as well. So I would imagine that has some kind of advantage.
Yeah, I do be sparring with him. I do train with him, but lately he's been handling his business. So I've been doing it with my my other friend. Like his name's Wesley, and he's just as solid. And I feel like personally, he's a better boxer. And I be training with him a lot. We spar, and he really helps me. Like he's like 250, probably way more than that. But he looks solid. Like it's not like just like a bubble, you know what I'm saying? A blimp, nothing like that. He really looks solid, like kind of built, you know what I mean? Really built, not kind of. So sparring with him and my other older brother, Toshi, he do kickboxing and I be sparring him and he be doing the little mitts with me. So them two are like the biggest help for me when I do fight.
Are you the youngest brother, or how many siblings do you have that actually compete? So right now you mentioned two. Are there others?
I have three brothers. Well, really, it's like 4 or 5 of us. But one of them only fights, which is G Sosa. You know, he's the one that actually fought 619. And the other one did not. He's not in there, but he's in the group. You know, he be chopping. You know, he say something here and there. But yeah.
The reason why I ask is it sounds like, you know, there's three brothers in this household that are in combat sports, and so I guess I was just curious if you come from a traditional martial arts or boxing background. Like, was this something that you grew up around? How is it that you have that all three of you are training?
Yeah. See, the thing with that is, we just all like to fight. We're all aggressive. But at the same time, I do have an uncle. His name is St. Gordon, and he used to be a boxer, a champion, and pretty much it's been in a family like where we like to fight, and there's people in our family that wants to be boxer, trains to be boxer. So it kind of ties in, but like that wasn't like the main reason I picked it up. I picked it up like when I got older, like far as I was like hothead, you know what I'm saying? I like to fight. I was trying to be, you know, the tough boy. And pretty much, yeah, I used to just fight all the time. And then it got to a point where it's like, you know, I just want to box. I already I'm very passionate about it and I'm good at it. So might as well like turn it into a profession. And since then, that's what I've been doing.
I mean, it sounds like it's been transformative for you, right? Like I'm hearing you say that you like to fight, that you're aggressive, but you seem like such a chill dude, like so cool. Like you seem like something that anybody would want to can have some laughs with. So it seems like this boxing has been transformative for you in being able to channel aggression, channel some of maybe the pain from losing your father. Like this has been instrumental in your life. Awesome.
Definitely.
I think we're having some internet connection issues. There you go.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. There I am.
All right, cool. So just walk us through the fight. So you're in there, now you're in the ring with the boogeyman, right? So he's across from you. Tell us as soon as they start the fight, what's going on?
All right. Honestly, I don't remember much because I had like tunnel vision and I was just in like fight mode. But from what I can remember is like I said, as soon as I got in the ring, like I was putting a fight with my glasses on, and someone in the crowd was like, "Would you put a fight with your glasses on?" I'm like, "Oh snap!" Like you're right. So then I took my glasses off and I gave them to my stepdad, and I was like, you know, as soon as I took them off, it was just like a switch. Like I just looked really evil, and I was just looking straight at Wero, and then like I didn't look away until like they told us like step to the middle. So then I'm like, all right, I'm gonna just go in here and fight. You know what I mean? I'm gonna go box this man and give it what I can. You know, like obviously this is a big man. And he has the intentions of knocking me out within the first 30 seconds to a minute. So I was just like, all right. We stepped in, we touched gloves, and then as soon as we backed up, you could just see in Wero's eyes, like he was getting in his fight mode, like because when I was looking at him, he wasn't looking like he was ready to fight, like. But once we was going to start fighting, it looked like he was like getting mad himself, like he was getting in his zone. So then we stepped right into the middle, and then I just remember just throwing my jab out there, and I feel like we exchanged it on jabs a few times, and when he hit me, it was just like, oh, like okay, I gotta move. So then, like I was, doing a lot of head movement. I was trying to like get out the way, stay away from the power punches, and I was very successful doing it. And you could tell it looked like he was getting frustrated, but it also looked like he was like noticing, like oh, this man is a little more difficult to fight, like, because it got to a point where he did have me shell up, but I didn't stay there. You know what I mean? I moved out the way, and I just reset. You know what I'm saying? Just got back in my stance and was back to like throwing that jab back out there, picking them out, and I just slowly started picking him off. He did get very aggressive. I remember him pushing me on the haystack and wanted to push. The first one he pushed me and he uppercutted me, and it just hit me in the head. And I'm like, oh. I was like, yeah, I don't want to be in that situation again. So then he started doing it again. So then, like, when he pushed me down, I'll move my head, like, and then they'll stop it, so I can get back up, and then we'll reset. And I do remember him trying to come down and throw, like, I think it was a 2 or a 1, and I pretty much moved out the way, and I hit him with an uppercut, and I was just like, oh, okay, I got him, like, and then I was just like hitting him, and then as the fight kept going, like, I tried him with like a mean body shot. And I threw the hook. I think it was with my left to the body, but he blocked it and it slipped, and it gave him a nut shot, and pretty much from right there they stopped it. It was like, we're gonna give him 5 minutes. I didn't even know I hit him in the nuts. I thought it was just a stomach shot, and it was a good one because everybody was like, oh, like, and then like I just seen him like holding like. To me, just looking at it real quick, like he was on his stomach. But then they was I think it was Master Roshi or Shrek. The ref came and told me it was like it's a nut shot. We're gonna give him 5 minutes. So then they tried to give him 5 minutes, but I think he only like took 1 or 2, and then he got right back in there. And then we went at it, and yeah, I just ended up taking it, like picking him off.
Well, how does that feel now that you've defeated the boogeyman of the division? Now you can move forward. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, no, for real. Honestly, yeah, it feels really good due to the fact that a lot of people didn't see me winning this, and me knowing the abilities I know I have, and knowing that he really felt like he was going to take me the first round, and like I said, I used all of it for like motivation and energy to like to go at him, fight him, like because I really wasn't talking mess. I did in the interview, I had comebacks, but that was just because we agreed on like hyping it up so the fight to get some more love to it. You know what I mean? And but other than that, like I was just on some cool, whatever, we gonna fight. You are cool, I'm not gonna like come at you like put up a persona like I don't like you, when I'm not like that, I'm actually just cool and I get along with everybody. So it's like we gonna get into it, we gonna box and winner wins. Like that's simple. Like
All right, awesome. Then what's next? What's next for you?
okay, so I talked to 6ix9ine already. We spoke, and pretty much I want that rematch with him, but he definitely wants to fight the Canadian before he gets that rematch, and I totally respect that because my man's 4-0. So shout out to 619. Shout out to $1 Million Hands just as well because he put up a great fight. But I'm coming for straight for 619. Win or lose. I mean, if he lose, obviously I can't fight him. But I feel like he's not gonna lose, or not gonna be easy to lose, and I'm ready to fight him. And in the meantime, I want to get my record clean, like good, like theirs. Like I'm always had at 1, but I got to make sure it's like 6-1, something like that. So it's like, okay, he lost that one fight, and everybody know that one fight. And after
Right.
that, it's just like I want to make it to where everybody's asking for us to get that rematch. You know, so it's like I earned my respect to get the rematch. You know, I showed that I'm proven, and yeah, I'm really trying to take the whole division though. Like, but all the big dogs only. Like, only the big dogs, only ones that's gonna make me work for it. Like, nothing easy.
So since you mentioned him, you brought up $1 Million Hands. Would you be willing to fight him in the meantime, maybe on the same card as 619 Canadian? Is that something that you'd be interested in?
Look, that's my boy. That's my boy. I'll definitely do that if he's open to it. If he's definitely open to it, I definitely give it a crack at it because I was impressed and I respect what he did when he fought 619. You know, when everybody see that video and that fight, they'll see exactly what I mean. I seen a good sight of what he can do. You know what I mean? Not saying like I'm gonna use that to like my advantage, but I could tell he got a fight in him. You know, he could he'll apply some pressure, like, and if I slip up, he'll catch me, like, and I like that. So it's not gonna be no slouch, and I feel like that'll definitely be a good fight. You know, so if he was with it, I'd totally be down for that.
Okay. Let me ask you this follow-up question. So let's say that for whatever reason we weren't able to see that fight come together, right? Is there anybody out in the light heavyweight division that impresses you that you think will help prepare you for, you know, a 619 rematch or even potentially a Canadian?
I really don't even know who's all in the light heavyweight besides the ones that we all really know of, because those are the only ones I really talked to and the only ones I knew of. But I did see I forgot his name, but if he watched this, he gonna know what I'm talking about. Pretty much, he told me like he came into one of the posts. So I think what $1 Million Hands put it like he was gonna take over the whole lightweight division, and then he commented like he posted a picture of Mike Tyson doing an uppercut, and he was like how he's gonna do all the light heavyweight division, and I comment with Jim Carrey like who he talking about, like, you know, because not me, you know what I mean, you're not doing me like that. Went back and forth, and he was pretty much saying like, he said, you're going to see what I'm about when I get to the fight. And I was like, all right, respect. You know what I'm saying? I ain't going to, you know, go back and forth. You obviously said that, so it's whatever, you know, it's the end of that. And when he got to that fight, I watched him fight. I think he fought Sneaky Boy, if I'm not mistaken. And he did good. You know what I'm saying? He showed me something like a lot of aggression. And I like fighting aggressive people because it'll bring out the more inner fighter I have, like, that I can let out. You know what I mean? Like, depending on who I fight, I don't go all out. I don't do everything I know. I go based off the fighter and what's shown, like, open spot. Like, so, yeah, I feel like fighting him, he'll definitely, you know, get me started. Just anybody bigger than me, honestly. Like, anybody who's bigger than me and show like they can box, but they're really aggressive, I'll box them. Like,
fair enough.
Word. So it sounds like you're accepting all challenges. There we go, Mr. Silas. Open to all the big dogs.
You know,
we're gonna call. We might have to give you a new nickname, Mr. Callout. I mean,
no, for
Mr.
real.
Silas, aka Mr. Callout. We appreciate you coming on. Hey.
we appreciate you coming on the show, man. Any last words?
I appreciate y'all for having me. This is great. This is amazing, and keep doing y'all doing amazing.
Thanks, brother. Well, we look forward to your next fight, man. Continue the success.
Sir.
Absolutely, all the way to the top, right?
You already know. You feel me? We got to. But all right, I catch y'all.
All right, brother. Appreciate it.
You be smooth. Yes, sir.
If you like what you saw, if you like what you heard, please subscribe to the channel. You can also like and share this video. The more that you share, the bigger our platform gets. But before we get into our full closing, don't forget, on December 27th, we are going to have the much anticipated Heart in the Fight award show. Play the video.
You won't want to miss this, where we'll be crowning this year's winners for Fight of the Year, Male and Female Fighter of the Year, Submission and Knockout of the Year, and the much coveted award, the Heart in the Fight Award for Biggest Heart.
So please subscribe to the channel so you can get notified when it goes live. Trust me, as Omar said, you do not want to miss this. Now, if you like what we do, you love how the platform continues to grow, please, if you have a little bit of money, please donate to our Patreon page so that we continue to be more groundbreaking, provide more things for y'all. And so we always appreciate all the support you can do for us, and that's one way to do it. Now, until we see you next time, be sure to dig deep and double down on your own commitments to your life.